Greetings and welcome to Pinball Help. Mike here. Tonight, I'm going over this machine that we've been working on. This is a Bally Balls A Poppin. This is a 1950s electromechanical multi-ball game. And I've done a few videos on it. We've unpacked it and started to begin looking at the game. And I thought I'd give you a first look over of what's happening. You may hear some music in the background. That's Dr. John. Dr. John passed away yesterday. He's pretty much a very important icon in our city down here. So we've been having a party tonight, playing a lot of music in his honor. So that's going to be winding around in the background. And I thought I would catch up on my work and document what I've been doing here. So we finally tore into this game, and there's a few things I noticed, and I keep noticing things, so I'm going to share with you what I noticed. And this is one of those things where you got to kind of keep looking at the game. All in all, it's quite clean and pretty straightforward. I haven't had a whole lot of time to work on a lot of these 1950s Gottlieb games and Bally games, but this is a really interesting, fun, simple, straightforward electromechanical. I have no doubts that the rule sets is pretty interesting, but I'll show you what I've discovered. And this is those things where you just got to kind of look at the game and see what you notice. Well, one of the first things that we noticed was that there's a coil missing in the back. Look back there. You can see there's actually a coil gone, and there's a piece of paper that's wedged in there that is keeping as if the coil was energized. So we looked at the schematics for that, and that looks like it may have been something that was just, you can still play the game with it, but we're going to look a little bit more into that. So that coil has been removed, and the game has been modified as if the coil has been energized. I'll see some stuff like there's a quite a crispy coil right there. It does register as okay, and you'll notice to the left of it, this is a brand new resistor, because there was a resistor on here, and usually you don't see solid state or semiconductor stuff, but this was an early 25 ohm 5 watt resistor. It was right there, and it was literally broken half, and I had one in stock and replaced it with a modern one. That's on one of the ball kick-out relays to, I guess, probably not have it react with as much power as is needed. That's this relay up here, and you'll see that relay is pretty toasty. Look at that. Somebody has actually, the lead is broken off, and they've unwound some wire from the coil. We're gonna take a little bit deeper look. There's some painter's tape there that's covering it, so it's kind of a hack. I'll be taking a closer look at that coil. What else did I notice? This thing right here looks kind of crispy, and you can see that it caught on fire at some point. That, I can't tell what the coil is because the piece of paper that's indicating it is all burned up, but you can see behind it, it literally caught fire. So this thing was probably going off so many times that it literally heated up and caught fire, and then the flames burned things around it. So that's an issue that we'll have to look at. I think I put the meter on this, and it is working. I don't know if this has been a replacement coil or what, but I'm going to definitely take a look at those leaf switches and make sure that they're all working. Of course, we'll have to go through all the leaf switches and clean them and make sure everything works. But this is actually more simple than the 70s era electromechanicals. So I'm kind of looking forward to diving into it and playing around with it. I don't know if it's as easy to service, but mechanically it's more simple. This is weird. The underside of the playfield is black like this, and it looks like this is the way it originally was, because you can see the ground braid is on top of it. And so they spray painted the brackets as well black before they put certain stuff up. It's interesting. I don't have a whole lot of these era machines to compare them to, but it is an unusual kind of thing. Another thing I noticed is there's a little rig to this flipper here. Let's see if you can see that. There's the thing for the punch, the pin in the middle of this thing is removed, and there's actually a piece of metal here. So it all seems to be functional. So I'm going to be continuing to go through it, and I'll give you guys another report as we make progress. But here's our work so far. So thanks for watching, and for more, visit PinballHelp.com.